We take a look inside a place where time has not stopped entirely.
But instead, it has taken a step backwards to a time where records reigned supreme. John McMichael has the story in tonight's Know Your Neighbor.
In Abilene, there's a man that runs a store that specializes in the buying and selling of media that many in the world have opted to leave behind. His name is John Howell, and the passion that drives him and helps to run his store is best explained as follows.
There's millions and millions of records out there, and you can find so many interesting things that you never knew existed and that so many people forgot about or never heard, or some garage band put out a record in 1973 and then disbanded, and they only made 100 copies and you only found one in your hometown. But they rocked, and that's really cool to me.
John, his brother, and his father started down the salesman path as small-time marketeers peddling their wares out at the Buffalo Gap Flea Market.
Just kind of spiraled out of control, and I think it's almost 20 years later now.
And the family now owns a business called The Record Guys and have amassed quite the stockpile of old-fashioned media, including tapes, old-timey radios, record players, and of course, records. And the gathering of all these vintage media in one place often paints, according to John, a kind of glazed sense of wonder on those who enter this unique corner store.
So whenever I see that on their face, I know I've done my job.
And while it's true that many who come in the store do so for reasons of nostalgia,
there is a large portion of our business that is purely nostalgia driven, where people are trying to kind of reach back and say, I remember.
The store also receives a great deal of younger customers, people who want to connect with parents or grandparents or simply explore a new and different medium than what they're accustomed to.
People are feeding off of new memories and just trying to find new stuff.
But the business isn't just about buying and selling, it's also about preserving cherished memories. According to John, people often come in with family treasures, vintage records, radios, and the like that they want preserved and looked after.
They're so afraid that those things are going to die, that they're going to end up in the trash, that they're going to end up not being taken care of.
And oftentimes, John, with the help of his dad, are able to restore and find new homes for these items that have such meaning to those they once belonged to.
I feel like we've got a good market for that.
And even though other physical media markets where one can buy movies, CDs, tapes, and records are going out of business, John feels The Record Guys is safe. Safe, according to John, because they provide a hands-on experience where you can
walk up to a bin and not know what's in it and just flip through and happen upon a cover that's really righteous, and you pull it out and you're like, this is really cool. I have no idea what this is. Let's find out.
And that mixed with customer service is something John believes some people will always cherish and desire. And that's John Howell, your neighbor, and now you know. Reporting in Abilene, I'm John McMichael, KRBC News.
Thank you, John. If you have a good story, let John share it at jmcmichael@krbc.tv.
All right, now it's time for